Hey everybody, Curtis here. I'm going to demo another pedal for you, TC Electronic Nova Delay pedal. And this is a very common pedal, but I just thought I'd explain it a little bit. When I first got one of these pedals, I was a little overwhelmed with all the different parameters and different knobs and presets and all that junk. And there's lots of good stuff in it, but you got to learn how to use it. And so I'll do my best to talk a little bit about some of the great features of this product. And yeah, so I'm going to use my Gibson ES335 and my Swart AST, and here is a clean tone. So right now, I'm using the pedal in manual mode. When this is lit, I'm using the knobs where they are at. And really easy to dial in manual mode. You can also say presets here, 1 to 9, 8, so 1, preset 1, A1B, preset 2, A2B. So that's a whole nother part of the pedal. Basic delay controls are delay, which is the timing. Feedback, which is the amount of delayed signal you continue, or how long you continue to hear that. We'll skip this, come back to this. This is a mod level, which is the amount of modulation you introduce to the circuit. There's 3 different types of modulation right there, or none. And the mix level, which is the amount of affected signal and non-affected signal. So your dry and wet signals. Tap tempo right here, on-off switch right here. And few different interesting things about this pedal. This knob here, they call it color knob. The top is an analog mode. Here is a tape mode. And here is a digital mode. What is all that about? Tape delay was the original kind of delay on old tapes, like a reel-to-reel. And there was a tape running through that, recording the signal and echoing it or repeating it. Old tape echo units. Some people love that sound. It's the original kind of delay sound that was used. So that's the tape sound. Then I believe it was in the 70s, analog delays were created using most commonly Bucket Brigade chips to emulate tape delay sounds. And then in, I believe it was like the 80s, they came out with digital delay sounds. So it goes from not like your original signal, kind of tape reproduced sound on the delay signal, to analog, which is you'll hear your original guitar sound, but the repeats then will sort of degrade and get darker, fade out a little bit more, to digital, which should be pristine, exact repeats of your original guitar signal, and they will fade out depending on where you set the feedback. And so that's the dealio with that. And all 3 modes in this pedal. You also have a bunch of different rhythmic choices here, and you just select them by selecting this button. Different delay types here, delay line, dynamic delay, reverse delay, ping pong, pan. Those 2 in particular will work best when you're running stereo in, stereo out, or at least stereo out to, say, 2 amplifiers, and you'll get the full effect of some of those. So I'm just going to do the tape mode now, just so you can hear the difference in the repeats. So with the tape mode, the delays kind of wash out in the background, kind of changing in their nature of the original sound. And just going to crank the mix level just to focus in on those repeats. And then to the analog, so you're not actually hearing the original guitar signal, with this mix level cranked all the way. We're only hearing the affected signal, the delayed sound. So the analog still very much sounds like your guitar signal fading out in the background. A lot of people really love analog delays because if you're, say, playing a song, chording, and you're changing your chords, the analog sound kind of washes out in the background, doesn't clash or sort of take the way or get in the way of the next chord being played. It kind of washes through nicely and fills out some of the background sound. And then digital delay. So that is just like my original guitar signal, and it continues to repeat. It gets softer as it fades out because of where the feedback knob is set. So we'll go back to mix, and that should be half and half. That's the digital, analog, and the tape. So really different kind of sounding. The rhythmic choices here, I'll just go through some of that really quickly. I'll put it in digital mode so you can hear the rhythmic patterns. One thing that's really nice about this pedal, I will say as well, is it trails as you turn it off. So you can still hear that delay sound. We'll just move on to the next sound here. So with all those different rhythmic settings, in your presets, you can save preset, different types of delay. And as you can see, it changes when I go to different presets. The type of delay that's selected, this is a ping pong, different settings, stores it all in there nicely. Stores these parameters up here as well. And so this is a Nova delay, sort of a newbie kind of a rundown for those that might be interested in looking at getting a delay pedal. And it's an awesome pedal. There's so much in it, and it's a great price point compared to a lot of the other pedals that you can store presets and stuff like that. I just really wanted to explain it. I really don't think you need to hear me play and have it repeated and repeated and repeated, but I hope that sort of helped you understand the Nova delay and all that's in it. Thanks for watching. I hope it was helpful in some way.